speaking of made up nonsense, Woody, Invincible season finale, season 3, episode 8 came out today. I have not watched it yet, but I was so pumped after episode 7 last week. For those of you who are not on the Invincible bandwagon, it's a series of comics written by Alex Kirkman, who's the creator of the Walking Dead comic line. I know like superhero fatigue is a thing, but this is a little different, and it's animated. It's voiced by forgive me for not knowing his name, but the Asian guy from Walking Dead.
Is it Steve
he's
Young?
Mark.
I think his name was
It
Cho
might be
Chang.
Steve Young. It's not Cho Chang.
Oh,
that's Harry Potter's girlfriend.
Oh,
It's Steve Yeun. Steve Yen?
That works. And then J.K. Simmons, of course, who I'm loving in everything I see him in recently. He's become one of my favorites. I watched him in Juror Number 2 last night. Fantastic little part in that. But J.K. Simmons voices Omni-Man. It's very, very good. And man, that last episode was tremendous. I really like that show, and I'm invested in those characters. And
I want to have a spoiler discussion with you in the last episode. You down?
Yeah.
Okay. In episode 7, spoiler, you've heard this. In Invincible, season 3, episode 7, Rex dies. You think he's dead?
Yes. I think he's 100% dead because of the way he killed himself. Rex Taylor, do you remember Gambit from the X-Men who had the playing cards? He'd put energy in them, throw them, and then they explode.
Kinda, yeah.
Rex is the version of that from this world. So he adds energy to a thing, and he turns it into whatever kinetic energy that it explodes. And to like kill the big bad at the end of the episode, who's really just about to break his neck and like kill him, or maybe torture him to death, who knows? He slips his own hand into his open chest wound. And the guy's like, "You got nothing else to blow up, do you? Got nothing to throw at me?" He's like, "How about my whole skeleton?" And he charges himself and then makes an enormous explosion and kills the bad guy. Sacrifices
Couldn't have like,
himself.
was he wearing clothes like anything else?
We needed a big explosion. He's fighting like an Omega level demon here. Like it's a mark from another reality. I know you don't know what that means, but it's a problem.
Okay.
He'd already thrown the kitchen sink at him before this, and the guy's just shaking it off like it's nothing.
And did he die from the skeleton explosion?
Yeah, he's 100% dead. That's what he's asking me. They don't really show it. He's come back from the quasi-dead before.
Of characters have died and come back already. Like they show you them. Like there's one person who duplicates themselves. So the trick is to always have one duplicate.
What's her name?
Still alive. Duplicate. Her name is Kate.
Oh,
I love it.
That's
so
brutal.
Anyway, Duplicate. Like we've watched her die, but there's one more left. There's always one more left until this one fight where there wasn't. And then we go like a half a season knowing that she's dead. And then she comes back alive and she's like, "Yeah, I always keep a spare in the closet in like another spot just in case things go really wrong." It does make sense, except for the tortured version of that's in a closet somewhere.
Well, what's the lore?
Really, the lore.
What's the lore on the split? Are all of them equally her, or she's like the she's the fruiting body, and all the other ones are left?
Duplicates can duplicate, and they don't drop in quality or anything. They just
are there any
duplicating?
Can a duplicate go rogue, or does she have control over them?
It's not control of them. She is them.
So the one who's in the closet is like, this is what I got to do.
He's not in a closet per se. They're just somewhere safe.
Okay.
And
they're
then
like they're hanging out on vacation in Tahiti. Like
I mean, we've seen them on the floor, bodies cut, severed in two with their guts pouring out.
Yeah.
That's not fatal. And by like their bottom half and top half.
That guy's an alien, though. He's a Martian.
Different sides of the.
All right. To be fair, the guy you're referring to is a So this one guy is a Martian, literally a Martian from Mars, and he doesn't understand the human experience. And it's played for comedy really well. There's a part the guy that kills him was like, "What's the problem with that one guy I ripped in half? What was that weird thing he said? God, it just took me off guard. It was so weird. What did he say? Oh no, I will cease to live now." What the fuck was that? What a weird thing to say. But that's how that guy talks. And so, like, yeah, he was pulled apart, but he's laying there like, "Oh, pull me back together. The main important parts are undamaged."
You can just snap him back in and he's good.
So that's him in this one situation. There was another person who like didn't seemingly have this power, who took a gunshot to the brain. This might have been Rex. And it turns out gunshot to the brain, if the surgeons are good enough, can bring him back. And I'm like, they have told us people died so many times and nobody's died yet.
Sure.
They're starting to make it feel like there's no consequences.
A lot of people have died, though.
We're wrapping up 3.
And no one's died.
No.
No one important has died.
Everyone important has died. That's the point. We're on the B team of the superhero team because the entire A team gets wiped out in the beginning, and they're dead. They don't come back. Well,
okay, but
excuse me. Heroes. I need to correct myself. There's one superhero who's called the Immortal. His name is the Immortal. So when his head gets cut off, you just need to put it back on. So he actually didn't die in the first episode, but everybody else dies. They kill him off, and they didn't come back.
Is he like Deadpool?
No, he's more like an Olympian god who's been around since the beginning of time, who can fly, and is not well socially adjusted because of that. He talks kind of funny.
Would be.
Yeah. But no, they kill a lot of people for good. But
what if you dissolve?
They definitely have brought some people back.
Anyone who's had much screen time doesn't die for good.
Only if you dissolve them in unicorn juice.
What if you dissolve them in a high intensity acid?
Corn syrup?
No, corn syrup. No, not that. A high intensity acid.
People watching the show
kind of acid
will know that.
You use?
Hydrofluoric.
Hydrofluoric. That's a good call. That would work.
No, get them. Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't expect such a great Swish acid pull, did you?
No. I was thinking. I was like, if he says hydrofluoric, I'm going to give it to him.
I always remember hydrofluoric is a really intense one because when I learned it was that intense, I'm like, that's what I would imagine hydrochloric acid is. But apparently that's not even anywhere near hydrofluoric acid.
I think that's what that guy, I called him like the soup cook or something. He would melt people for the cartel in acid.
What a ghoul.
I know, right? It was something like that.
Those people are so fucked up, dude. They're doing some nonsense down there.
He turns people into scary.
Yeah, we're going to cut off your dick and put it in your mouth. In your beheaded head, and we're going to put it on top of your fucking Ford Pinto and scare you away.
You mentioned that.